episode 14 of One Man's Opinion. Today I am reviewing Westport Country Playhouse's production of 4,000 Miles, written by Amy Herzog and directed by David Kennedy, running through September 4th at their theater at 25 Powers Court in Westport, Connecticut. A 2013 Pulitzer Prize finalist and winner of the 2012 Obie Award for Best New American Play, 4,000 Miles is an intergenerational story about Leo, played by Clay Singer, a young millennial from St. Paul, Minnesota, who is finishing a cross-country bike ride from Washington to New York, and his silent generation grandmother, Vera, played by Dillon, who has a rent-controlled skylit vaulted ceiling two-bedroom apartment in the West Village, in which she has lived for a considerable part of her adult life. Leo makes a surprise stop at Vera's with the hope of staying with her before he finishes his cross-country journey. The two, so disparately different in age, over the course of the 100-minute play, find a connection between each other, whether it be through their mutual communist political ideals or finding a bond with Vera's late husband, Leo's grandfather. 4,000 Miles is going to really frustrate some people. It did with me, but I think this frustration and where it stems from will be dependent on where you're coming from as an individual audience member. I'm not sure how much of this is because of the text or because of the direction and the cast's interpretation of the roles, especially Leo. Leo is an extremely self-absorbed, self-righteous ass. He belittles his grandmother's look on life while spouting his own perceived belief that everyone should be free to enjoy and love life as they see fit. It's belligerent and hypocritical. The dynamic opposition between the two and his total lack of gratitude and respect, especially when waking up his grandmother at 3 a.m. so he can crash at her place for a few days, is so horrendous that I wanted her to throw him out immediately and end the play right there. He has so little awareness of who other people are and what they're going through that I was already done with him, which is a problem when there is still another hour and a half of theater to sit through. One can obviously look at this and say, that's great, the character evoked a reaction. Well, absolutely. If this is Herzog's intent, then congratulations to Kennedy and Singer. You two successfully made Leo into a terrible human being. But if anyone said half the things to my grandmother the way Leo spoke to Vera in front of me, I would have thrown him out in a New York minute. The problem with all this is that Leo has a journey. And I think that the reason for this journey is hidden too far into the play, and that's a fault in the script. Leo is carrying some horrific baggage that he needs to let go, but we aren't privy to that until around or just past the halfway point. Until then, he's mooching off his grandmother, gaslighting his ex-girlfriend Beck, played by Lea DiMarchi, by trying to make her the guilty person for breaking up with him, and then has trouble taking the hint from a young woman he brings home, Amanda, played by Phoebe Holden, when she spurns his sexual advances after Vera accidentally walks in on them, which ultimately leads to Leo starting to open up about some of his problems. He's such an unlikable person, though, at this point. I've really lost most of my empathy for him. The saving grace, though, is Vera and Dillon's absolutely wonderful performance. Dillon's verisimilitude with Vera is heartwarming and sad as Vera struggles with words and her memory, expressing fear and anger with her slow degeneration while extolling wit and humor during her more lucid moments. It's Dillon's perseverance as Vera that makes Leo tolerable. She sees enough in him to keep him around and continue to help him. I love the design of 4,000 Miles. Arnulfo Maldonado has created an awesome New York City apartment with a full ceiling. He and lighting designer Carolina Ortiz Herrera give the illusion of diegetic lighting with natural lights through the skylight and lamp fixtures. It creates a gorgeous organic texture of shadow and color. 4,000 Miles stretches my believability into tolerance of a character for the sake of a story needing to go on, almost to the point of exhaustion. But if you have the patience of Job, which apparently Vera has, there is underneath a story of growth and evolution and bridging the gap between a seemingly eternal abyss of generations. You've just got to resist the temptation of getting up and slapping a character for about the first 75 minutes. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you'd like to see 4,000 Miles, I'll leave a link in the description. You can support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hit the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be, I think, Sunset Boulevard at Music Theater of Connecticut, but that may change. Be sure to follow me on Twitter to find out where I am. My handle is in the description. So thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.